week, our show features one quilt of outstanding workmanship and design. And today we have a quilt that has a personal meaning for its creator, Nancy Brown. Welcome, Nancy Brown from Oakland, California.
Thank you.
Nancy, you're known for your fabulous animal quilts, but this quilt is called the Niebuhr Sisters. Who are the Niebuhr Sisters?
Well, the Niebuhr Sisters consist of my great-grandmother, who's the second from the left, and her three sisters. This quilt is based on a photo from the 1930s, but these ladies were born and raised in gold country during the gold rush times of California. And their parents had an orchard, and they sold fruit to the gold miners, and two of the sisters actually married gold miners.
Well, I also noticed that you incorporated patterns from the same time in your quilt.
Yes, since the photo was from the 1930s, I wanted to include some popular designs from the 1930s, which are the lower left-hand corner. I've included one called the Grandmother Star.
That's the perfect one, isn't it? Now, you use different techniques. Can you tell us how you combined them?
Yes, I like to use applique for pictorial quilts because it gives you a little more detail and realism. But for the borders, I wanted to use piecing because that's a very traditional technique.
Okay.
And actually, I happened to have some leftover fabric, and I wanted to make a quilt with great-grandfather on it, and so I made this little miniature.
And that is the handsome gentleman
yes,
in this miniature.
There.
Well, Nancy, this is a wonderful departure from your usual animal quilts. How do your fans respond to this?
Well, a lot of people don't know I made this quilt, but when they find out, they all come up to me and they say, "Oh, it reminds me of my grandmother." And I always say, "Well, which one of the ladies reminds you of your grandmother?" And they'll say, "All of them."
I can find my grandmother in that quilt, too. Well, thanks for sharing this wonderful quilt and the family story that inspired it, too.
Well, thank you so much.